Hello guys, welcome back to TFD with another absolute banger. The NBA world is buzzing tonight as calls are getting louder, and I mean way louder, for Draymond Green to hang it up after Victor Wembanyama straight up owned the matchup. This one felt like a movie. Stephen Curry had to drop a ridiculous 49 points just to sneak the Warriors past the Spurs by a single bucket. And the main problem standing in their way? None other than Victor Wembanyama. Late in the fourth, with Golden State trailing by 1, Curry went full magician mode. He toyed with De'Aaron Fox, baited him into a reach-in foul with 6.4 seconds left, and walked to the line ice cold. Wembanyama tried hyping up the crowd, waving his arms, trying to shake Steph's focus, but Curry brushed it off like nothing. Absolutely, I played into it. That's the kind of killer mentality he lives for. But while the Curry-Wemby duel was electric, the side battle between Wembanyama and Draymond Green stole the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Draymond, once feared as the Defensive Player of the Year, found himself flipping between trying to teach the rookie a lesson and getting cooked by him. There were stretches where Green muscled his way into Wemby's space, disrupting San Antonio's rhythm, but there were also moments where Wembanyama made Draymond look every bit his age. Even when foul trouble forced Draymond to the bench, Golden State's defense somehow held on. But Wembanyama just kept coming. The rookie phenom finished with 26 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks in 38 minutes, dominant and effortless. And when the fourth quarter hit, that's when everything turned cinematic. Emotions high, tension rising, and Wembanyama going right at Draymond like he wanted to make a statement to the entire league.
Good job, number two. Good job, number two.
Man, things hit another level when Wembanyama exploded for that baseline alley-oop. He snatched the lob midair and hammered it right over Draymond Green, plus the foul, and the entire arena absolutely lost its mind. For a split second, it felt like a classic big brother versus little brother moment. But this time, the little brother had all the power. Green's pride, his resume, his whole defensive identity were put on trial in midair by a 7'4" rookie. And of course, after the play, the tension boiled over. Wemby and Draymond locked eyes, exchanged a few spicy words, and suddenly everybody had to jump in before things escalated into another Draymond highlight for the wrong reasons. But here's the twist that deflated the whole moment. The refs waved it off. They ruled the foul cane before Wemby secured the ball, erasing what could have been one of the nastiest posters of the season. Just like that, Draymond went from being on someone's wallpaper to getting a quiet accidental win. Still, the game wasn't just theatrics and almost posters. Draymond put together a respectable all-around line. 6 points, 8 boards, and 8 assists, doing the dirty work like he always does. Meanwhile, Wembanyama still owned the paint for stretches, backing Draymond down in the third quarter and showing why no one on earth should feel comfortable guarding a 7-foot-plus unicorn. And of course, don't forget the subplot, Draymond's long-running friction with Rudy Gobert. With Wemby being the new French superstar and tight with Gobert, you know there had to be a little extra spice in every bump and stare down. In the end, Golden State survived 109-108, and Draymond finally exhaled. But the fans? Oh, they weren't finished. Social media lit up instantly, with people calling for Draymond to hang it up after getting Wembied. Fans roast and marvel as Green battles Wembanyama. One frustrated fan didn't hold back, tweeting, @Money23Green, you're so ass. Please just retire. You are holding up cap space on your team. And honestly, the numbers back them up. Green is slated for $25.9 million in 2025-26 with a $27.7 million player option the following year. ESPN's Bobby Marks notes he could tack on another 2 years, $36.3 million and $39.2 million, but Golden State isn't likely to go there. With rising salaries league-wide, an extension could seriously limit the Warriors' flexibility. So maybe, just maybe, the fans' wish comes true. Another fan chimed in, writing, "Wemby really sunned Draymond Green. And to make it worse, Draymond had to look up at him to argue with him." The moment had fans laughing because the visual was priceless. Wembanyama isn't exactly pocket-sized at 6'7", and Green had to tilt his head all the way back just to lock eyes with the towering Spurs kid. But don't let the height joke fool you. Green has been schooling everyone all season like the seasoned former DPOY he is. He held Nuggets superstar Nikola Jokic to a measly 8 for 23 shooting and then went to work on Wembanyama, forcing 8 turnovers. But ironically, both Jokic and Wemby had their worst games of the season against Golden State. Another fan couldn't resist taking a jab, tweeting, "Look at how amazing the offense looks without Draymond Green on the court. That's because they have to play honest defense. Green's man can't double or help off of him because he's not a threat." With Green patrolling the floor this season, the Warriors boast a 108.4 defensive rating, good enough for second in the NBA. Take him out, that mark jumps to 119.8, which would rank 26th. Another fan chimed in with a chuckle, tweeting, "Wemby eternally splurging over Draymond Green." And honestly, it's easy to see why. Green, the 6'6" defensive powerhouse, is logging heavy minutes at center in the Warriors' revamped lineup alongside Curry, Will Richard, Moses Moody, and Jimmy Butler. The load is massive, but Green keeps grinding, bruised yet unbowed. On the flip side, Victor Wembanyama had his shining moment. During Wednesday's game against Golden State, he managed to block one of Green's three-point attempts, standing with one foot planted in the paint. Another fan couldn't resist poking fun at the mismatch, tweeting, "Draymond Green taking it to the paint with Wemby had me in tears." The Warriors veteran is still grinding, but even Green has publicly praised Wembanyama's meteoric rise, noting that if he keeps up this level, the Spurs rookie could be in the running for MVP, DPOI, and Most Improved all at once. Wemby stats this season back it up. 26.2 points per game, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, and 50.5% shooting from the field, making Green's paint battles equal parts spectacle and stress test. And another big thing today is sneaker free agent Stephen Curry laces up the Mambasita Nike Kobe 6. In a game where all eyes were supposed to be on Wemby, it was Stephen Curry who looked like he came from another planet. Fresh off dropping 46, he followed it up with an absurd 49-point masterpiece, straight up stealing 2 games in San Antonio and pulling the Warriors out of chaos. At 6'6", people were already questioning the franchise, wondering if the dynasty era was truly dead. And then Steph walked in, grabbed the narrative by the throat, and flipped it. Even after the final buzzer, Curry tried to downplay it, trying to fall on the sword like he hadn't just dragged the entire team to victory. But make no mistake, what he's doing right now is something we've only ever seen from Michael Jordan at this age. He's laughing in the face of Father Time. Going 10 for 17 in the second half, scoring 31 in those 24 minutes, and personally delivering a 10-0 run when the game looked like it was shifting toward the Spurs, that's not normal. That's greatness. He does it so often you almost get numb to it. Just when you think he's shown you everything, he pulls out something impossible. That's what the legends do. That's why fans call him their GOAT. That's why players from past eras, guys who've seen generations of hoop, say there's nobody like him. His scoring, his gravity, his control over the flow of a game, it's historic. And then he walks into the post-game interview, calm, humble, soft-spoken, like he didn't just rewrite the script of an entire season. That's Steph, and that's why he's unforgettable.
Stephen Curry on wearing the Kobe Nikes Mamacita and being a sneaker free agent after ending his deal with Under Armour. Drops 49 points in Warriors' win over the Spurs, and hear what he said.
In fact, you wore Nike's pregame and then for that second fact.
I'm free agent. I'm out here as new beginnings. I was, blessed to have an unbelievable experience, to take a chance on something that meant a lot to me over the last 13 years, and extremely proud of what myself, my team, everybody who was able to touch that business for that long. We all should be proud of what we were able to accomplish, and taking a basketball brand or a brand and category that wasn't really a thing before to where we did. But I'm excited about the future.
Why did that partnership end now? Why did that partnership with Under Armour end now?
Just in the best interest of both parties. The sneaker industry is difficult, and like I said, things change over time, and to the point of you give your best effort to, create something sustainable. And a little disappointing knowing how it turned out based on where Curry brand has been the last 5 years, and the announcement we had 2 years ago. But I think it's the right thing for everybody, and for me to be able to take the opportunity with Curry brand and what we've done in the community, what we've done from standing for something, changing the game for good is our tagline, and hopefully having something to show for it down the road. I'm excited about that.
Steph, why did you choose to wear the Mambasitas pregame?
I think it's, well, one, I know it's just weird seeing me in anything else other than my own shoes, but just the idea of what he meant. I've talked about Kobe a lot, and that specific pair, I think it speaks for itself what it means. And other than that, it's just something that I wanted to take, advantage of that moment and, pay tribute. And I think it gave me some good energy tonight.
Will you be sticking with those shoes or testing out different companies pregame? Like, how will that work?
I mean, the good thing about this situation is I love my own shoes when I'm out there hooping. Like, that's why I put those back on, and why I've designed, the kicks I have for as long as I have. But yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with this, and like you said, or like the question is in terms of being open to whatever opportunity is the right fit. But I'm gonna try everything out.
Get down in that comment box and let us know exactly what you're thinking about all this. We want to hear your take. Don't hold back. And hey, if you're rocking with the content, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss a daily update.